Fast forward to 2018. So I moved here 2013. 2018 January. I did a fast for 30 days. I did no alcohol, no listening to music that had any sexual connotation in it, watching anything on TV, and no drinking and no social media. So I did that for 31 days, for January 1 to January 31. It was something new. I had never done it before, but I wanted to grow and I wanted to find a sense of healing that I wasn't able to get anywhere else. So from there, I learned a lot about myself. And I also, during that time, I don't eat meat now, so it wasn't hard for me to like completely not eat anything dairy or nothing. So anyways, during that time, I learned a lot about myself. I was able to really just be really in tune with myself, because I'm growing into a woman and I never even knew my likes and dislikes, and it kind of stemmed from my previous relationships that I had with men, because it started, I believe everything that happens to you, it starts from when you're a child. Everything a child knows is taught. It's learned behavior. And so I went, through different relationships, not knowing, and unhealthy relationships at that, not knowing why they happened, but it was because of my childhood. So I asked God for healing during that time. Fast forward to June 2018, I had my very first Power Talk event, and it was a success. And that time I talked about the fashion industry, how it's difficult to endure, being in the fashion industry and working a full-time job and trying to balance it. And so 3 days later, after Power Talk, I felt empty, because I had worked so hard on this event and now it's over. And I got a call and was like, hey, you had applied to be Miss Liberia, New York, but you live in Atlanta, or you live in Georgia, so you can apply for Georgia, and we actually don't have any contestants, so what do you think? And I said, okay, well, give me some time, let me think about it. I've never done pageantry before, so give me some time. She said, that's fine. So I called her back in 3 days, and I told her, I have nothing to lose, let me go ahead and do Miss Liberia. So I had 30 days to prepare for Miss Liberia. Never done a pageant before. So the whole time I'm thinking, like, am I really gonna win this pageant? Like, I've never done it before. And pageantry is a very beautiful thing. It definitely gives you the confidence to be able to speak in front of people. But more so for that, I think that was that healing that I had asked God for in January. Because it gave me then the platform. So my platform was to raise awareness for women and children who've been victimized by sexual abuse. I ended up winning Miss Liberia USA. And then that then gave me the opportunity to have a platform to speak about my story and to find that healing that I had asked God for in January 2018. And now I'm Miss International, but that's another story. Yes, so I'm still working on the healing process. I'm still healing. But I don't think if I would have never taken that time away from, for one, my parents when I left the first time in 2013. And then I don't think if I never took the time away from society, because sometimes we get so wrapped up in society, we forget what's really going on inside of us rather than looking on the outside of us. So yeah, that's really my story and my testimony in a nutshell. I did want to share a poem with you guys that I did in the Miss Liberia USA pageant. It's called In the Eye of a Victim. I haven't done it in a while, so I may be a little rusty, but I do want to share this with you guys. Okay. In the eye of a victim. In the eye of a victim. Sometimes dry with a smile to muzzle the pain from society. Other times, blistering red with a hardened expression, lost words as if I'm being choked by black smoke. Tussling during sleep, eyes puffed and sensitive when awakened, constantly robbing the spirit of peace and self-sufficiency. Using excuses as a crutch to maneuver through and through, blaming the fault of the universe for a cycle that may have been manifested in a life before you. Closed eyes because I'm not trying to think about it. She is a victim walking with her mother in 11-degree weather because she has no means of transportation. A victim because she's watching all the mothers with their fathers. A victim because she watched her mother slain to the floor. And in the eye of a victim, he was supposed to pray for you, but instead he preyed on you. In the eye of a victim. In the eye of a victim because you've endured this pain before. In the eye of a victim because your son was killed. In the eye of a victim. In the eye of a victim because you've gone hungry before. In the eye of a victim because you've endured this pain before. You are no longer a victim. You are a victor. So live through it, live past it, grow through it. You victor. Thank you.